There is no current threat or emergency, but it's optional. The Halloween Costume Festival is happening here in Portland, Oregon. Those willing to participate must arrive at 3 p.m. sharp. It also will end at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If the person willing to participate is under 12, they must be accompanied by a parent or guardian. Reminder and repeating, the Halloween Costume Festival in Portland will begin tomorrow, October 29th, at 3 p.m. and ends at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Wait, guys, come look at this. Mount St. Helens, look, it's glowing. It's glowing neon green. No, wait. Dude, that has to be poked now. Oh yeah, poke it. Oh my god, that's gonna be so cool. Yeah, poke it. Sorry, I saw the ash. Alright, poking it in 3, 2, 1. Oh!
Breaking news! Mount St. Helens, a volcano that erupted in the 1980s that spread ash through the northwest, has been reported to be glowing a green source. It was glowing through the night. Many from Washington and Oregon are investigating this sudden change. Information will be given out if an update was recently sent out.
An earthquake warning is for all of Idaho, all of Oregon, all of Washington, until 12:05 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. An earthquake is coming from the center of Mountain St. Helens, caused an earthquake reaching most places in Idaho, Oregon, and Washington. Evacuate from tall buildings, sharp objects such as windows. Drop and cover under anything sturdy and hold on tight. Use stairs when evacuating. Never use the elevator. Be aware that utility wires must also be avoided. Updates will be given, but for now, follow given rules online or by police.
An emergency action notification has been issued for all of Idaho, all of Montana, all of Oregon, all of Utah, all of Washington, all of Wyoming, effective until 12 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Mount St. Helens has erupted and a green liquid is spewing out. It is glowing neon green, corrosive and can kill by touch in just a span of 1 minute. Run away from the green liquid if you see it. High areas can topple if contacted with the liquid. Evacuate if necessary. Bring supplies while heading out. This includes food, water, medical supplies, clothing and a battery-powered radio. When evacuating, be sure that you evacuated over 400 miles outside the area. Updates and information will be given.
Salt Lake City is nearly destroyed. An unknown acid has spewed from Mount St. Helens in Washington, and is quickly spreading. It has reached Salt Lake City in just a few hours, but the lava from the volcano has started to cool down. For those who might be remaining in Salt Lake City, it's already too late to evacuate. Borders to the area have been sealed. Godspeed, and God bless all. Salt Lake City. This is our last message from current and 36th Mayor of Salt Lake City, Aaron Mendenhall.
snow warning has been issued for the entire Pacific and Mountain Time Zone areas. This is mainly because the acid spewing from Mount St. Helens has spread through the northwest. It later traveled to the Yellowstone volcano and is slowly reaching the center. According to a message given to us by the Yellowstone Heritage Research Center, it is planned to erupt in 4 hours. This is enough time to evacuate, especially for the areas it will render. It includes the following states: Arizona, California, Colorado, Idaho, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, North Dakota, Oregon, South Dakota, Utah, Washington, Wyoming. When evacuating, bring necessary supplies, including food, water, medical supplies, clothing, and a battery-powered radio and extra batteries in case. Do not hesitate. Evacuation. Evacuate now. Evacuate now.
The following message is for the following counties or areas: Arizona, California, Colorado, Idaho, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Mexico, North Dakota, Oregon, South Dakota, Utah, Washington, Wyoming. There is currently 1 hour remaining before Yellowstone erupts. This is due to the acid from Mount St. Helens reaching the center. Pacific and Mountain Time zones will be destroyed, and will cause a total death count of 48 million, as traffic has been occurring within the last few hours. 283 million of the United States population will soon remain, and most power connecting to these states will be now shut down. It is too late, evacuating is done, borders are closing to these states. Good luck.
This message is for the Calgary, Alberta area, as well as the 10-mile radius outside of the city. This city is in indefinite danger, as the American volcano of Mount St. Helens has erupted, spouting green acid and killing millions of civilians in the United States and even some in the nation of Canada. The Canadian Prime Minister is demanding a mandatory evacuation from Calgary within a radius of 35 miles for the next few hours. Bring supplies, which may include food, water, medical supplies, clothing, and a battery-powered radio. Again, this is not a drill, but a mandatory evacuation for the Calgary area of Alberta, Canada.
Ce message concerne la région de Calgary, AB, ainsi qu'un rayon de 10 000 à l'extérieur de la ville. Cette ville est en danger certain, car le volcan américain du Mont Sainte-Hélène est entré en éruption, jaillissant de l'acide vert et tuant des millions de civils aux États-Unis et même certains au Canada. Le premier ministre canadien exige une évacuation obligatoire de Calgary dans un rayon de 35 000 pour les prochaines heures. Apporter des fournitures qui peuvent inclure de la nourriture, de l'eau, des fournitures médicales, des vêtements et une radio à pile. Encore une fois, ce n'est pas un exercice, mais une évacuation obligatoire pour la région de Calgary en Alberta, au Canada.
An emergency evacuation has been issued for the Regina area and surrounding communities within a 20-mile radius. The Mount St. Helens volcano released a toxic acid that killed several civilians in the United States and Canada. The acid passed through Calgary and headed east to the Regina area.
The Prime Minister of Canada has ordered a mandatory evacuation of the Regina area for your safety.
Bring necessary supplies, including food, water, medical supplies, clothing, and a battery-operated, wind-up, or portable radio.
Evacuation routes close in just 24 hours, giving you time to evacuate outside of the 30-mile radius outside of town. We also realize that the acid started to harden and cool. It's unclear what it had.
Une évacuation d'urgence a été émise pour la région de Regina et les communautés environnantes dans un rayon de 20 000. Le volcan du Mont Saint-Hélen a libéré un acide toxique qui a tué plusieurs civils aux États-Unis et au Canada. L'acide a traversé Calgary et s'est dirigé vers l'est jusqu'à la région de Regina. Le Premier ministre du Canada a ordonné une évacuation obligatoire de la région de Regina pour votre sécurité. Apportez les fournitures nécessaires, y compris de la nourriture, de l'eau, des fournitures médicales, des vêtements et une radio à pile, à manivelle ou portable. Les voies d'évacuation se ferment en seulement 24 heures, ce qui vous donne le temps d'évacuer en dehors du rayon de 30 000 à l'extérieur de la ville. Nous avons également réalisé que l'acide commençait à durcir et à refroidir. On ne sait pas ce qui pourrait arriver.
The Prime Minister of Canada has demanded a mandatory evacuation for the city of Saskatoon in Saskatchewan. The acid is now reaching this area. You have 4 hours before the acid arrives, so bring the necessary supplies, including food, water, medical supplies, clothing and a battery-operated radio. This is to ensure the safety of all who evacuate. We have also noticed that the acid has cooled and is starting to crack and harden. It could completely come to acid by November 1st at midnight, but we're not sure.
Welcome to NBC5 from Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas. I'm Ezekiel Campbell, host of the morning news. Currently, we have seen from other published social media sources that the acid that came from Mount St. Helens has spread to northern Canada, but has also recently started to harden. It is expected to fully harden by 12 a.m. tonight, but we're not sure yet. This is Ezekiel Campbell, with morning news on NBC5. The following message has been issued for the United States and Canada until further notice. Corrosive acid erupted from the Mount St. Helens volcano in Washington, killing millions of civilians in the US and Canada. A lot of soil covered with this acid, but it has been showing signs of cooling and hardening. It is also expected to disappear 24 hours later, with the covered soil intact. Stay tuned to this radio station for more information. We also note that it is expected to get completely cold on November 1st.
The following message is transmitted by the request of the United States Geological Survey. Lava coming from the Mount St. Helens volcano, which is now destroyed by a Yellowstone volcano, is now completely hardened. It is now safe of interaction and is slowly evaporating. This will not take long, around less than 21 days, and after a few days of natural disasters, it is now entirely an all clear.